Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan. And yes, this is Brad Garlinghouse, and it is a meme. He uploaded the meme of himself. Yeah, if you don't know this is when, well, it's kind of famous surprise look that came from him when he was interviewed by Pomp. And Pomp just told him that the Bitcoin mining at that time of the interview wasn't Chinese dominated. Well, it really was, but Pomp held his position, and this is the reaction. And it's still funny. So why is Brad putting this out? It's because Grayscale announced that the XRP trust is back. Yes, back. This is something that they once had for institutional investors, but because of the lawsuit, they pulled it, and so it has returned. It bumped the price up to 57 cents. Yeah, now it's settled back down to 56 cents, almost 8% on the 24-hour at the time of this recording. SUI was also announced. It's the last digital asset that I purchased. I told my Patreons the day that I did it, and I think I announced it on YouTube in one of the videos just a couple of days after that purchase. It has bumped the price up 19%, and the asset is up 26% on the 7-day. I expect big price action from this when we are full on in a bull market. I've got a very special clip for you. I curated it. I think it's the only one that has been put on X because there were fewer than 150 views. It was uploaded just a couple of days ago, and it's got Jay Clayton. Not only is he talking about Tether, standing up for USD Tether, but he talks about what he would do if he was regulating crypto and stablecoins. We want to look at really the currency share in the global economy. If you look all the way to the right, that represents the US dollar in stablecoins compared to foreign exchange transactions, international payments with SWIFT. As we continue to the left, the international loans, then the international debt, and the foreign exchange reserves. So this is just really an incredible time for the US dollar to be digitized. You can see here 98.97% of stablecoin supply is pegged to the dollar. Look at the comparison to gold or euro or other. It's just really astonishing. We will most definitely hear that curated clip that I prepared for you, but first, I think I have 3 things that you probably don't know. The first is Metaplanet is Japan's version of MicroStrategy. And I'm sure many of you recognize this. This is Mark Yusko, and he is a member on the Metaplanet team. And the third, which is probably the most surprising, is the Maverick, Mr. Kitao, the CEO, chairman, and founder of SBI Holdings here in Japan. In his company, SBI VC Trade, they do all of the custody of that Bitcoin for Metaplanet. And with those proceeds, they're making investments. One of the investments they've made is in the Hotel Royal Oak in Gotanda. This is really close to my house. And let me show you something. It's very much a time capsule. It's going through a renovation. Everything will be non-smoking. It's been around a while, but the prices, if you're coming to Tokyo, it's on the inner Yamanote line. You don't get more central than that. And you can get a single room for as little as $39. Yes, at today's exchange rate, it will only run you $39. And it will be clean, maybe tiny, but it will be clean. There's another time capsule, and it's quirky. It is a location within the building that is in the basement, the first floor, and the second floor, full of tiny, tiny bars and restaurants. It's been there forever, and it's called Gotanda Hills. Just about 50 locations, and each one of them is completely unique. Some of the bars can only seat maybe 6 people. And here's the interior, straight out of, well, I think maybe early 70s. Okay, let's listen to these clips. I've got Christopher, Giancarlo, Jay Clayton, and a couple of others that were on this panel that was from the 21st of August, uploaded just a couple of days ago. I think you're going to enjoy this. I took out the best clips of that 30-minute panel. Have a listen.
What's the largest stablecoin in the world? Shout it out, audience.
Tether.
Yeah. Don't you think one of the reasons people use Tether is because it has nothing to do with what we're talking about today, and it's not subject to the things that we're talking about today, and that it is about as free a market as can be? Isn't this the point you're making?
Do you know when the move towards Tether's increasing market share started to really happen? It was after the first Tornado Cash sanction. And then they've grown to the percentage market share.
And is this because the community just didn't want to risk involvement with the U.S. political system?
I think it's that, but it's also they thought that the way that the law was being applied was inappropriate, or there should be better laws. If we're going to have regulation, and I agree that there should be some, that's something that we should think about, right? Because if it does just accelerate the move away from our jurisdiction over certain stablecoin issuers, that's going to hurt our national security and the primacy of the U.S. dollar even more.
I think you're right, but Tether has made huge steps to actually become what I would say is a U.S.-centric issuer by bringing everything back into short-dated treasuries and being very public about it.
Yeah.
And saying you want to see them, they're at Bank of New York.
You should welcome that.
Yeah, no, but there's a convergence, right?
We're not even present on the global stage. The Europeans and the Chinese are setting the rules for digital money. Foreign countries are setting the rules for dollar-based stable.
I don't want to blast. Let me quickly answer this.
Yeah.
This is why we need a regulatory mindset, because when you get stablecoin legislation, if the people at the Treasury aren't saying, how do we have interoperability with the short-term Treasury market, which is the grease? It's not cash. It's not the short-term Treasury market is the grease for the dollar-based standard around the globe. Unless they have a mindset that's we have to have interoperability there, we're not really moving forward.
Jay, it was 3 years ago that you wrote in the Wall Street Journal that we need to move the Treasury market on chain.
Yes.
Title of the talk is How to Regulate Crypto.
Immediately and incrementally. Today, stablecoin guidance for banks and non-banks. This is a good stablecoin if it satisfies these criteria. Immediately. Bring the regulated financial institutions into the space. Get rid of SAB 121. And then for platforms, provide immediate guidance from the CFTC, the SEC, that if capital raising has not taken place for the last 6 months, you can have advice on that from counsel. Capital raising has not taken place in the last 6 months, and everybody who's an affiliate or an issuer is locked down, you can put it on a platform and trade it.
And thank you so much to everyone. The comments have just been increasing, and I just am thankful for everyone who comes and checks out my videos. I do the best I can to keep you updated and keep it real. All right, everybody, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.